Once again, our school is so blessed. It's a rare privilege to have here in our midst a young boy who grew up in Gangtok. I've seen him growing up. In fact, he takes me back many, many years to when I started out my life as a teacher in the year 1987. I was the class teacher of Naresh Agarwal. And from there on, we realized that we had in our school a brilliant student. I think, even if I cast my mind back, there has been no student as brilliant and intelligent as Naresh in all my years of teaching. And it wasn't just his studies. He was on the stage for dramatics, elocution, debate, a fantastic painter, an artist, and in the forefront of everything, leading the school forward. So much so that in his final year, in 1994, he was made the school captain in recognition of all his many abilities and talents. And that was a first, because till that date, no day scholar had ever become a school captain in TA. It was like a post reserved for the hostels. So he created history. It was groundbreaking. And his studies didn't stop in class 12, where he went on to top the school and the state and create all kinds of records. He crossed 90 in almost every subject. He then went on to do his engineering, software engineering, in Singapore. And he worked there for a while. Then he completed his PhD, a doctorate, and then he reached the shores of America. And presently, he is working in Simmons Graduate School of Library and Information Science in Boston, Massachusetts. He hardly gets time to come home, work his stuff, but for a country like America to absorb a student who grew up in the hills of Gangtok is an inspiration to me and should also be an inspiration to all of you. You too can dream big. You too can get a job in America. If Naresh could do it, you can do it. And with these few words, I'll hand the mic over to Naresh Agarwal.
Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Lafever has been one of my favorite teachers during my school days in TNA. And the reason he was favorite was not just because he was a good teacher, but he was a mentor not just to me, but to many of the students who were there along with me and who were there even after I left TNA. I just want to spend a few minutes talking on the idea of mentorship. Mentorship means being there for each other, being there for someone. And even when you are small, you can be there for someone. So if you're in the first grade, you can be there for someone younger than you. If you're in the third grade, you can be there for someone in the second grade. If you're in the fourth grade, you can be there for someone in the third grade. So you can always be there to help each other, because in times when we go through it in our daily lives, there are lots of times when we are disappointed or depressed or sad, but there is really no reason to go through these, because these are human emotions which all of us go through, but we can be there to support each other. Can you tell me what the name of your school means? What does Padma mean? Lotus. What does Odzer mean? Louder. Rainbow. So all of you are little Padmas, little lotuses. And you know why a lotus is important? Because the lotus grows in water, and sometimes the water might be murky or dirty. And even if that's the case, the lotus is always beautiful. It is not affected by the murk or the dirt underneath. And you have to learn to be that. That no matter what happens, every single day, you will try to do your best. You will try to help each other, and everything that you do, give your 100%. Do your best. Even if it's studying, do your best. When it's playing, do your best. If you're talking to someone, be there, be in the present moment. And when you love deeply, when you breathe with a lot of gratitude. So every single day you can live with a lot of happiness. And that happiness comes when you're there for each other, connecting and helping. So I think that's the only thing that I have to say is that you've got, life is tough for almost everyone, that's what the Buddha said. But then we can learn to make the best of it. And we do that by being there, not just to consume in this earth, but being there to help, to contribute, and to leave a legacy which can remain even after we are gone. So thank you so much. I'm sure you'll all grow up to be beautiful blossoms, and even though you might be different, you might have all the colors of the rainbow, but you'll all be there to exhibit your shining light, not just in the school and in this region, but throughout the world. So always believe in yourself, never give up. Whatever you believe in, you can achieve it. Thank you, and I wish you all the best. Always remember that you have an elder brother somewhere in Boston. You can always reach out to me. You have an email address. You can always reach out to me directly for any help or any guidance at any point in time. Thank you.